Colleen, Rebel Stitcher, and as always, I'm joined by my handsome sidekick, Albus. This is FlossTube number 91. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to this channel if you're new, and if you're gluttons for punishment who've been back for more, I appreciate you even more for sticking it out. This is FlossTube number 91, and I got lots of stuff to go over today. Excuse me. It's officially Halloween stitching season, which I know many people are probably like, what's the difference for you? But I'm actually in season now with my love of year-round Halloween stitching. So I've got lots of fun stuff to go over, and I even have 2 celebrity random surprise sighting reports to give you. So stick around, and hopefully you'll have get some fun stitching done while you watch this. Today is actually my daughter Etta's 11th birthday. Nicole and I are just so proud of the amazing young lady she's becoming. She's just such an awesome kid. I've got a lot to get done today, so I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as possible because I'm long overdue for a floss tube, but I gotta get stuff ready for her birthday. She's got softball practice today after school, and I have to bake a birthday treat for her to share with her team from scratch. And by that, I mean I'm gonna go to Wegmans bakery department and buy something pre-made for her to share. But hey, somebody baked it from scratch. Let's see, the other fun thing that I started a couple weeks ago was the Albus fan club on Instagram. If you use the hashtag Albus fan club, and I thought it would be a fun way for people to share pictures, because let's face it, this guy deserves his own fan club. I mean, he's pretty amazing. I don't know what came over me one day. I just was like, hey, you know, let's make him his own fan club. So people have been posting pictures of themselves or their furry friends, or both themselves and their furry friends. And Albus is going to go through the pictures soon. And it's like that weird in-between weather where it was really cold for a while, but now the last couple days it's been kind of warm. So I've started in my constant hoodie season, and now I'm like a little stuffy. Anyway, hashtag Albus fan club. Go to Instagram. You can follow and watch, and it's like you just type in hashtag Albus fan club. Post a picture of yourself or your friend, your furry friends, your stitching buddy, and Albus will go through the photos, and he's gonna pick some winners, and we will send you some goodies. We're gonna have a gift card or credit to my website, and he's gonna send some of his needle minders and whatever else he feels like doing. So it's a fun way to see who everybody's little furry friends are. So this guy definitely deserves a fan club. I mean, look at that face. Is he not the most handsome? Such a good boy. Okay, so hashtag Albus fan club. I've got notes down here, so excuse me, I need coffee. This is like, I think, my 3rd cup today. Okay, I've been on a stitch along craziness lately. Let's see. The first one I mentioned before is not necessarily one that I am participating in, but one of my charts was selected for a stitch along. The neighbors are mowing their lawn. Hopefully you don't hear that. Mama Loves You GB on Instagram picked Una's Urn for a stitch along, and I've been following along, and people are stitching, and it looks so nice. It's fun to see if they, you know, different fabrics they choose or floss conversions. So if you want to join or follow along, the hashtag on that is hashtag Una's Urn Sale. I'll put it in the description box below. But a special thank you to Mama Loves UGB for, what do you call it, for picking this pattern to want to host a sale of. I really, really appreciate that. Let's see, the other stitch along is something fun that my friend Memphis Sarah E and I are hosting. It's by Doreen Jones, and you can get it from Lakeside Needlecraft's website, and it's called Spooky Halloween. And unfortunately, this is a black and white photo, so it's not really showing you the awesomeness of that pattern, really. So this is as far as I have gotten. I mean, full disclosure, I did start before we started this October 1st. And full disclosure, I couldn't wait. I was a big kid and I started before then. So this is, I'm stitching the black. I think I might do all black and then go back in and fill the color. There's fun little pops of color, like there's a moon back here in the windows and things like that that just have like a fun pop. I'm stitching this on 18 count jack-o'-lantern by XJU Design, and I think this looks just so great. It's really a fun stitch. I'm just enjoying it so much. This was my needle minder from the last quarterly club, this little voodoo doll, which I think is very appropriate. The hashtag for this, if you want to join Sarah and I, it's hashtag Spooky House Sale. And again, I'll have the information below. Check out, there's a lot of people who have started posting and stitching it. It's looking great. I love it. I am stitching this with a hank of black silk I got off Stash Unload from Mo's Sales. And then, like I said, I think I might just fill in the color at the end once I have all the black in. But I think this looks great. And this Nerge hoop was a piece of Stitchy Kindness. I have all these notes to go in like a sequential order of this that kind of makes sense, but I'm just jumping all over the place. Anyway, I don't want to leave this out. I had hosted two Stitchy friends who are not, my house was kind of geographically in the middle, like one is in North Jersey and one is in Delaware. So PA was in the middle, and we had a Stitchy play date, and it was amazing. It was Amy from Sprinklestein Stitches on FlossTube, and Jen. She does not have a FlossTube, but she's still awesome, and she had a stroke back a while ago too, so we are both our brain damage buddies or stroke sisters. And she had one of these hoops, and I was asking her about it, and this sweet Jen sent me from Amazon one of these hoops. I think I like it. I'm not sure. I mean, it's definitely thinner to hold than a Q-snap. I still have to like pull the fabric. It doesn't stay super taut. But then again, a Q-snap, you have to like rotate the little clamps too. So I like it, and it fits flatter in the project bag and stuff. So I like it. It's nice to add to my repertoire of tools in my toolkit. So thank you very much, Jen. That was so sweet of you to send that to me. And I just wanted to show that that stitch along is being held in my zombie bag by Jen of Jasmine Custom Bags. Oh, that was chart with the brain fabric. So if you would like to join along with that stitch along, there's still plenty of time. We just started October 1st, and you can get the PDF so you can get started lickety split. And the last stitch along that I have been working on, I guess this is kind of going through my, this is an oldie but a goodie, Amy of Sprinklestein Stitches, and I started this probably close to a year ago. And we actually worked on it a little bit together since we were both together, is Scylla Witches Quaker by Teresa Kogut. I am stitching this. I want to say it's Pumpkin Pie by Bestitch Me. And this is what I have made a pretty fair amount of progress. I only had like the top half of this medallion done, and I brought it down and started on the tree. Let's see what I do. I finished this witch, and this is, the black is Witching Hour, and the pops of green are a silk from Bestitch Me that I got in one of her boxes, like a Halloween box. So this is coming out great. The hashtag for the stitch along for this is hashtag #ScyllaWitchesSal, and I'll put that information on the drop down. But ooh, I don't know what it is about the light today, but these, whenever I take pictures of these two things on the orange fabric, it always looks really washed out, but these are very true to color. So yay. So that's my other stitch along and other whip I've been working on. Let's see. I have 2 more things I've been stitching on. I can show you that. Then maybe I could tell you the celebrity sightings and my haul and Stitchy Kindness. I already showed you one Stitchy Kindness because I was using it. The other thing I've been stitching on is, this is the freebie chart that I created in honor of the movie A Woman King. I still haven't finished it, but what it says is I want to be an Agoji when I grow up, and so I just need the rest of the text to finish the bottom of that sword and continue the border. So it's just 3 colors. I'm plugging along, but you know, designers are their worst model stitchers. And I don't know what this fabric is, and these are just DMC. And the last thing I've been stitching on is from Hello Halloween, from Teresa Kogut. I'm trying to get the glare off of there. This book is just so freaking amazing. I know I talked about it a little bit last time, but the only thing I don't like about this book is for bigger designs like this, where it goes for multiple pages, there's not that shaded line that shows you, you know, like this is the last line from the prior page, you know, that overlap that isn't on here. And with my broken brain, I was having the hardest time because this is this border and everything is pretty complicated, and I don't want to screw it up. So I was having a little trouble counting the border. Well, my amazing friend Susie, and I'm not going to show you the chart, or at least I'm going to try not to. I'm going to show you the back side. Photocopied and taped together this whole big thing so I could have a working copy to go off of. I'm going to put that down so you don't see the chart. It's like a giant maps, you know, for those of you who are old enough to remember paper maps before Google Maps. But it's so helpful. I super appreciate it. It was so nice of Susie to do that. But let me show you what I've gotten done. I'm trying to kind of do sections, but this is what I've gotten done. I've got the word Halloween all the way across, but it just all has to get filled in. And then I'm starting on the border. This is the bottom of a cat, and this is the top of a witch. I'm stitching this on Murky by Picture This Plus, my favorite fabric. And the colors, some are called for, some I picked from Stash. It's just, you know, and the colors, I'm not going exactly the way they're charted. I'm kind of putting things where I feel like they should go. But this chart is just amazing. There are so many good charts in this book. I can't recommend it enough. And there's so many pictures on the inside of like some of her Halloween artwork, finishes. vintage Halloween things. It's just, there's charts all over here, so I don't want to, but like this is on the back cover. Like there's just so much fun artwork. I don't want to show you charts and get in trouble, but that's what I've been stitching on all Halloween, except the Woman King chart. Okay, so do you want to hear about my celebrity sightings? A couple weeks ago, this was all so random. A couple weeks ago, Nicole and the kids and I were going to a town, maybe 15, 20 minutes away, called Media. It's like a funky little town that's got shops and restaurants. And I was driving, looking for a place to park. And I see this woman kind of like power walking. And then she gets to the stop sign and she still keeps like power walking. And it was like in place, you know, while she was waiting for the light to change. And it kind of caught my eye and I looked at her. And I jokingly said to my family, look at that lady power walking. That looks like Wanda Sykes. For those of you who don't know, Wanda Sykes is a really funny comedian. And Nicole looks at her and she's like, oh my God, it does kind of look like her. And as the light changed and she started crossing and I started driving, we got closer and I'm like, oh my God, that looks exactly like her. And then I look, walking behind her was her wife and their 2 kids. And once I saw the wife there, I was like, that is Wanda Sykes. And Nicole and I started fangirling in the car, like, oh my God, I can't believe it's her. You know, 2 late 40, early 50 lesbians, totally fangirling. And so I'm looking for a place to park. I get to a stoplight, Walker hops out of the car and goes to like chase after her to go get a picture. And I'm like, be respectful. And he goes running after her, but he lost her, or so he said. He didn't get a picture. But the whole time we were just like, oh my goodness. We couldn't believe we, you know, just randomly saw a celebrity. But doing a little internet sleuthing, apparently when she's not living out in LA, she has a house in that cute little town in Pennsylvania. I don't know how I didn't know that. So, Nicole and I actually this weekend have tickets to go see her perform stand-up comedy not too far away from here. So that'll be a fun little getaway. But that was so super fun and random, and Nicole and I just fangirling in the car while we were eating lunch was funny. So as if that wasn't enough, seeing one celebrity, like 2 weeks after that, we saw another celebrity. So my dad does not live near me. He lives in North Carolina, and he was up in the tri-state area for a wedding on his wife's side of the family. So he was like, why don't we meet for lunch or brunch, you know, pick a place and so we can sneak a little visit in. So we ate at this cafe. It's this really cute restaurant, does like a lot of farm to table sources from local farmers, and it's attached to a landscape nursery shop that also has like little kind of boutique shops inside it. And so we ate breakfast or brunch, and we got up, and then we went to go into one of the little shop buildings. And this guy, he was just like in business casual, like a polo shirt and khakis, and he has one of those like magnetic wand things, and he's like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to empty all your pockets, and I need to scan you before you can come in here. You know, he goes, I'm with the Secret Service. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And I started laughing. He's like, no ma'am. And he's dead serious. So he wanded the kids. They were fine. He goes, okay, you can go in. And he wands me. He says, okay, you can go in. As he's wanding me, I like, just as a smart ass, was like, what, is Joe in here? And he's like, not Joe, ma'am. You can go in. And I go in and I look and I see like all these Secret Service people, you know, with the earpiece, but spaced out a little bit. And I look and they're kind of surrounding this woman, and I look and I was like, oh my God, that's Jill Biden. So when my Dad's wife came over. I was like, look, it's Joe Biden. And she's like, oh, that lady was sitting at the restaurant, ate right behind you the whole time. I was like, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, I didn't know that's who it was. Because she was dressed very casual, like a normal person. You know, like she really would have blended in quite well if the Secret Service wasn't there. So we saw Joe Biden at a restaurant that we were at. And I actually did sneak a picture of her, so I'll put it at the end. If I remember, I'll put a picture at the end of my Stitchy play date with Amy and Jen and Jill Biden, my sleuth picture I kind of took on the sly. So yeah, I got wanded by the Secret Service and saw the First Lady and saw Wanda Sykes all since the last time I saw you guys. So it's crazy, right? Okay, that's everything I've been stitching. I have a tiny bit of haul and Stitchy kindness. I have some FFOs and I have some shop news. So I'll show you my FFOs and I'll go into the rest. So my amazingly talented friend Jan Calvert, her Instagram is Finish a Stitch. She's one of the finishers at Keepsakes Cross Stitch. Sent me a package and I was so excited to get it because it had 2 finishes of mine in it. The first is Henrietta. This is from Stacy Nash Primitives and it's a stand-up. And she put this great fabric on the back, which just color-wise I think works so good. When Jan sent it to me, she had it zhuzhed up a little bit and she had this like a natural kind of bow tied around her neck. But I took it off because to me, Henrietta told me she was feeling a little claustrophobic. So, I mean, this is the bottom. It's just amazing. I mean, look at that. Is she not the sweetest? So, I mean, I've said it before, but in case you haven't seen, every year my friend Susie and I, we are birthday buddies. Our birthdays a day apart. So always do a stitch along together. And the first time we did P-Roy and Jan finished him for us. And this last birthday we did Henrietta. So next year we'll have to pick another one of these. But they sit in my office and they make me so happy. I love it. I think of Susie and our fun friendship. So I love these. So thank you, Jan. She did an amazing job, as always. I can't recommend her enough. And the other thing she sent me, this was a chart I stitched as a stitch along with my friend Justine of X's and Hoes, the Turkey Love and Nut. We stitched this together. Trick or Treat, Smell My Feet. This was a super fun chart to stitch. We did this as a stitch along together. I picked my own colors, did my own floss conversion. Pilgrim's Progress, I want to say, by Seraphim Fabric is the fabric. But look at what Jan did. You know, she's got this awesome orange chenille trim. She put this fabric on here, which ties in so nice. It's, you know, it doesn't overpower the stitch. And then not only that, I don't know if you can see, she quilted the back. Jan is amazing. I can't recommend her enough. Thank you. So I have a dough bowl that has some Halloween pillows in it, and this sits in there with pride. I love it. Thank you so much. And oh, it's so cute. Candy corn I think are disgusting, but decorative wise, I think they're adorable. So yay. Okay, so that's it on FFOs, and I have no finishes. Okay, so I'll give you some shop news and then haul and stitchy kindness. So I have one new chart that I will be sending to the printers any day now. So hopefully I'll have a new release for you by the next time I do a video. The other thing is I've kind of decided to take my business in a little direction as it's growing, and I will no longer be carrying resin or enamel needle minders that are not my own original designs. So what does that mean? It means I've made a huge sale to try to sell them off the website, the stock that I have, the inventory I have in stock, so I can make room, so I can focus more on my own designs. It just doesn't make sense to me to be selling stuff that's not my own designs. So let's see. What that means for you is I've got this really good sale going. So if there were any needle minders that I did have that you had your eye on, now's the time to get them. So I've turned them all on the website. You don't need a code or anything. They're all 25% off. Now this doesn't include my design ones, but they're all 25% off. And if you buy 5, you get 1 free. If you buy 10, you get 3 free. And I just randomly select the freebies. So if you go on rebelstitcher.com, the website, and shop for needle minders, you'll get a good sale and you don't need a code or anything. So it's a little scary to get rid of all that inventory, but I really feel like I want to focus more on my stuff. Okay, so that's all shop news. And then the last thing I have is haul. Let me take this out of here. I got the September mystery bag from Lynn X Stitches Creates. And this one I absolutely love. It's celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And I just freaking love this one. Lynn hit it out of the park, and she had some help from her, I guess, soon-to-be daughter-in-law, her son's fiance. And let me show you the goodies, because Lynn, when she sends you the bags, you don't just get the bag. It's a nice vinyl front back cover. So this bag is awesome, and it'll fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap. And then she sends you other goodies. So she always includes this kind of corner gauge, and it gives you the information of the stuff, the items that she's included. Then she also included a bag of fun trims that you can use for fun finishes. This little lace and kind of rainbow rickrack stuff. So that could be really a fun, useful stuff. Then she always includes a chart. This one her Ashley designed, and I don't really want to show it because there's not a picture, but it's a profile of Frida Kahlo with a quote of hers on it. So right up my alley. And she included a little nail file thingy. A needle minder that I did for her. Kind of a Day of the Dead Frida Kahlo-esque figure. And then Ashley apparently helped her pick a lot of these sweets. Let's see what are in here. So it looks like hibiscus tea, a lollipop. I don't know what that says. My Spanish is not that good. Violetos. Oh, chili pepper powder covered strawberry lollipop. Oh, I think I will give this to Walker. That sounds like the sort of thing he would like. And then what else is in here? This little jobber. Las Sylvanas. God, I need my readers. Mini wafers with goat's milk candy. And let's see, what is this? These are the sort of things Walker would absolutely love. He loves to try candy from all over the world. Dulavian, I know I'm murdering this. This looks like, oh, it kind of looks like and it comes with this little spoon. I think this is probably like pudding kind of stuff. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll be brave. I've never done one of those taste things, mainly because I'm a wuss on camera. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside, and here's the little spoon. So I think I'll get a little bit of both. Oh, that's yummy. It's kind of like a really sweet frosting from like a cake almost, but a little thicker. Oh, that's sweet. That was very yummy. Very sweet, but very yummy. So if you got Lynn's bag, that one was a winner. These other ones I'm gonna save for Walker, my son, because when we go shopping, he always loves to go to the international food area. He goes to Asian markets. He's like a foodie. If he doesn't become a chef, I'll be surprised, because he is A, extremely talented, but B, has like a very sophisticated palate, shall I say. Okay, the rest, so that was my other haul. So if you're interested in getting bags from Lynn, follow her on Instagram. It's Lynn X Stitches Creates, and I'll put her information in the little drop down. She has a FlossTube, and her Instagram is where she posts about her bags. Usually they come out quarterly, and it's a mystery theme. Okay, the other thing is I got a super sweet card from Kristen of Steel City Stitchers, and excuse me, she had posted that she had gotten that she had stitched this chart, and I've had my eye on it for a while, and I've mentioned that on her post, and so she sent me the chart. She passed the chart and sent some nice finishing fabric for the back, because this is a great ornament or a Halloween pillow. So thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait till March to see my Pittsburgh girls at the retreat. So thank you, I appreciate it, and I can't wait to stitch that chart. And then the other piece is not really stitching related, but somebody that I knew in a former life, I'm still friends with on Facebook. Before all my health stuff, I used to take martial arts and Taekwondo, and she was in my, I knew her through martial arts, and she started stitching or sewing, and she started making these scarves, and I saw this one and I just had to, it's one of those infinity scarves, you know, I'll model it for you. So I live for scarves, but the cool thing about this is, now if I could find it, hold on, let me take this off. Where is it? Here it is. See where this little thing is? There's a zipper pocket in there, and you can keep your cell phone or your wallet. So, you know, representing Ravenclaw here and my Scottish heritage. So she was selling these on Facebook, and I was like, ooh, if you'll ship that to me, I'd be happy to have that one. So I always love to support other makers and, you know, people getting stuff done. So thank you very much for that, and that's it. I don't know when my next FlossTube will be, but hopefully you can join along in the sales. Some of the sales that I'm doing, it's so fun to watch everybody's take and twist they put on, you know, we might all be stitching the same chart, but they all don't look the same. So, you know, everybody puts their own spin on it, and that's exciting. So have a great spooky sweater weather season, and I will try to remember to put a couple pictures at the end. Unfortunately I didn't get a picture of Wanda Sykes, but you know, I was driving. I didn't want to crash in my car and hurt the family. So hopefully everybody has a fun stitching season, and I will see you next time. Thank you.